All right, y'all, we are back with another video. We all know that Trump has been booked. His mugshot has been released. And the left, all of them happy because they finally got this man in jail. They wanted this from the very beginning. They are scared of Donald Trump. They know if this man run again, he's going to win. They know that. That's why they are panicking. That's why they happy that this man is in jail. Like this right here is crazy. This ain't nothing but an election interference. They are scared of this man. The proof is out there. And I can guarantee you, I believe that Donald Trump is going to get out of this. I really do believe it. Like I said, this man had a rough 2023. The FBI raiding his house. These indictments coming out of nowhere. I mean, it's been crazy. But I got two videos from Fox News that I want y'all to watch with me. So once I play this video, I'm going to play the next one behind it. So if y'all can, please watch this video all the way to the very, very end with me. I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody been showing so much support. Everybody has been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who just clicked on this video for the very first time. All right. So without further ado, man, let's dive straight into this.
Let's bring in the founder of American Majority, Ned Ryan, here to react. So we're about to see the mugshot, and there it is.
Yeah, you can tell he angry.
Let's just take that in for a second.
You know, that's just an angry look. Everybody gonna be mad when you get,
see some anger in the eyes.
You get booked.
And I don't like the ghoulish coverage of it. CNN got the image leaked to them before the rest of the media. That tells you everything you know about the
CNN
process.
Got it first.
Your reaction, this does elicit an emotional response.
Well, I would hope that people understand what time it is. I mean, we are in a cold civil war with the un-American left. They have decided that they will use the quote-unquote legal system as a weapon against political opponents.
Exactly what they're doing.
And I don't think many on the right fully understand that. I thought that was one of the biggest disappointments in last night's debate, that nobody really understood that the greatest threat to our freedom and liberty in this country is not Russia, it's not China, it's the administrative state. Yeah. And they want somebody, the voters want somebody who's going to stand up to the system and actually crush it and return us back to representative constitutional government. And the left fears Trump. I mean, this is very apparent to me watching this. They fear him. They view him as an existential threat that if he does become the nominee and actually win in 2024, he's made it very clear what he will do. He will go to war with the administrative state and break it apart. And they cannot have that happen. They cannot allow him to get back into power to achieve that. And they're going to do everything that they can to prevent that. And I have to tell you, Jesse, unless the right wakes up and understands the only path forward is mutually assured destruction, lawfare launching nukes right back at the left, they will continue down this path. They're not going to stop. They're not going to somehow go, oh, yeah, we should stop this. This isn't good for a republic. They are going for the win. And until we actually fully understand that and fight back and make them understand there will be mutually assured destruction, their behavior is only going to get worse.
You're saying Republicans should promise mugshots of Democrats?
100%. They've already posted 4 indictments on Trump. And our state AGs are sitting there looking at each other like they don't know what time it is. At some point, they actually have to understand we are in a very interesting time as a country. Forget what you think from the past, where we've come from. Where we are right now is a fight for the actual future and existence of a constitutional republic. And at some point, you have to fight fire with fire. And if we don't do that, they are going to continue down this path. They are intent on one-party rule. Yeah. The progressive statist left wants to have one-party rule in which they are the dominant party. There may be some controlled opposition folks, but that's what they want. They do not want dissent. They do not want freedom of speech. And they sure as heck, at the end of the day, Jesse, they're done with representative democracy. They do not really believe in that anymore. It frightens them. It could upend the apple cart. And this is really what it's about. And I have to tell you, at the base of all of this issue with Donald Trump, all of this is sound and fury. It comes down to one thing: who decides? and Donald Trump came into D.C. and he said, I'm the duly elected president of the United States. I decide both foreign and domestic policy. And the administrative state and its allies and the Democratic Party and the corporate propaganda said, we don't think so. We're the ones in charge. We decide. This is what it's all about. Who decides?
The power of this image.
Man.
And this image is going to be used everywhere.
Yep, it is.
You're going to see it on every station probably from now until next November.
Right.
What effect will this image specifically have on the emotion of the American people? Because sometimes it hadn't sunk into people that he had been indicted. Now it sinks in. And what does that do for people on both sides after they see that?
Well, I would hope that those watching realize, again, we are headed down a very, very dangerous path when you're indicting and arresting political opponents. My concern is, first of all, I think this is going to galvanize the base. Jesse, I don't want to say I don't think the primary is over. I never want to say that, but I think it's going to galvanize them. I do think Trump will be the nominee, and I think this moves the ball down the court for him. My concern, if I'm being completely honest, is that the low-information Chardonnay sippers in the suburbs next.
Well, they is trying to get Donald Trump up out of here. They is trying to get him up out of here. And I told y'all before, that's exactly what they want. I told you, they do not want this man to run. They are scared. Like, I literally said that in my intro. They do not want this man to run. They are scared of Donald Trump. But like I said, the way this man looking, who wouldn't look like that? You're pissed off. You're upset. You got booked. I don't think nobody going to go in there with a mugshot smiling. But I'm telling you, what's going to happen, if Donald Trump get out of all this, it's just going to raise his stocks even more higher as he's running for president. That's all he going to. Look, this man did an interview with Tucker Carlson that did more numbers than anything that was going on, anything else that was going on. You know what I'm saying? 20 million views, 100,000 likes, 35,000 reposts. Man, I'm telling y'all, they are afraid of Donald Trump. Let's get to this second video.
Joining us now, former President Trump's legal spokeswoman, now legal spokeswoman, Alina Habba. It's good to see you, Alina. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. He didn't look happy in that mugshot, I'll say that. And who would be happy? This is now the fourth time that this has happened. This is unprecedented. We've never had a former president ever indicted. We never had a chief political rival of the opposition party ever, treated like this before. You look at the case, let's analyze it from a legal standpoint.
Sure. It's garbage. How about a very plain, simple English standpoint? When you have the president whose sole responsibility is to take care of America, the Constitution, election interference, and make sure that we are the America that I used to know.
Election interference.
Like you and I know now. And he is then prosecuted because he is leading so significantly, frankly, in the polls that he doesn't even need to go on a debate. This is the crisis that we're in as American people. There is no case. Unfortunately, we have library books, Sean.
There is no case.
Bookkeeping, because they didn't like the category on the QuickBooks tab that he put on a legal expense. And then we have this, which is him doing his job as the president of the United States, frankly, something we haven't seen for several years since Biden's been in the administration. Yeah. And they're going to try and put him in prison because they can't beat him.
Let's talk about
and by the way, exactly what I was saying.
In during a primary season into a general.
I just said that they cannot beat him. So they got to think of something else. You know what I'm saying? They got to think of something else. Like, okay, what can we do to get rid of Donald Trump? We can't beat him. He's winning in the polls. This man didn't even have to show up to the debate, the GOP debate. Didn't have to. And still leading in the polls. I'm telling you, bro, that's why they trying to get him up out of here.
Election season, it would be an impossibility from my standpoint.
Right.
Now, in the case of this RICO case, the obligation to prove intent is critical on all of these charges. In other words, that the defendant acted with the intention of committing a crime or a fraud. I would bet every penny I had that if you gave Donald Trump a lie detector test and you asked him whether he believed everything that he was saying, the answer would be 1,000% yes. And yet we have these, historically, we've had other slates of electors brought forward. How did this happen, and how do you prove intent, Greg Jarrett?
Well, I don't think you can in this particular case. Proving a criminal state of mind means that the district attorney has to prove that Donald Trump was aware that what he was doing was unlawful. Everything we know about his conduct leading up to the certification of electors is that he thought he was availing himself properly of the legal process. And Exhibit A, and this is the most exculpatory for the president, is his conversation with the Secretary of State in Georgia, in which he is complaining about ballot irregularities, faulty machines, valid votes that aren't being counted, invalid votes that are being counted, election laws that are being violated, petitions that are being ignored, and in the end, he is demanding a recount and a review, which, by the way, Brad Raffensperger has a duty to do. So he's asking him, do your duty. Fani Willis is misrepresented and lied in an earlier filing about what Donald Trump said, claiming he said, you need to find 11,780 votes. That's not what he said. Read the transcript or listen to the conversation.
It is a long transcript.
Right.
And in that transcript, at times he's talking about there are hundreds of thousands of votes that you guys got wrong.
Right. He is saying, I need to find that many votes because that is my vote deficit. Well, every losing candidate says that, which is why they ask for reviews, recalculations, and recounts. It's perfectly lawful. It is not criminal intent.
All right. Alina, let me ask you this. In the case in Washington, they want to start the trial on January 2nd. Interesting. In Georgia, they want to start on March 4th. Okay, that's a Monday.
They want to get this stuff underway. Like I said, they trying to put a stop to Trump now. They ain't trying to prolong it like these leftists, like they trying to get it done now. They want to make sure Donald Trump is out of the picture. That's exactly what they want. And I'm going to tell you, more than likely, this is going to backfire. Because I'm telling you, all this stuff that this man then went through in 2023, all it's doing is raising his stocks even more. That's all it's doing, is raising his stocks. That's just the more. I mean, think about this. Look at the numbers. This man just broke the internet last night on Twitter. 20 million impressions. I'm telling you.
On Tuesday, the next day, that would be called Super Tuesday, one of the most important primary days for anybody that is running for president. Is there any possible way you foresee that he can run a presidential race, be tried on have four separate trials, and successfully compete? Or, you know, did they just take his time away as a candidate and he's good luck to him and who cares?
Well, that's exactly right. And quite honestly, Sean, that's not even the full picture. We have Letitia James. Let's not forget her. She's about as sick a ticket as Jack Smith and the rest of them.
Well, she ran on a platform to get one man, Donald Trump, one organization, the Trump organization, and one family, the Trump family.
Right, that's right. So you have DAs and AGs who are now able to come out and say, I want to get Donald Trump and elect me on that cause, and I'm going to do it. Then they do it. So we have October, Letitia James.
Yep.
We have January, E. Jean Carroll. Then we have the criminal indictments. Don't forget those. Those are all by design. So everything is, the judges can't move, they don't want to move, and they want a speedy trial. But they've had years and years and years to investigate these cases, but they didn't bring it until now, and now they need a speedy trial. It's political interference and election interference.
You believe that? 2.5 years they waited, real quick.
Oh, absolutely.
She
now they
said
want
that
the
twice.
first trial to happen in 2 months. But what Alina just said is really important. It's a violation of the canons of ethics that govern prosecutors to campaign on a promise of putting a specific individual behind bars. Their duty is to see that justice is done, not to gain a conviction based on their own ambitions and desire to advance their career. But that's what Fani Willis has done, Letitia James, as well as Alvin Bragg.
All right. Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Well, there you go, right there. There you go. Like I said, man, they trying to get Donald Trump up out of here. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Like I said, this is crazy, man. Like I said before, I'm going to continue to saying it. This man had a rough 2023. House getting raided. These indictments. Now he just got booked in Georgia. Mugshot released. The left over there smiling and happy. But they just waiting on until the news come out that Donald Trump can no longer run for president. That's what they waiting to hear. That's exactly what they want. So they know keeping Trump in jail or getting them put in prison is the only way. So that's what they trying to do. But I'm telling you, this right here is probably going to backfire. But like I said, y'all can let me know in the comment section what y'all think about it. If you did make it to the end, I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you for watching. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.